A live tribute from Randy Travis, a friend of Tammy Wynette's, in the song Precious Memories. And now Wynonna Judd with How Great Thou Art.
1983, Wynonna and I had just gotten signed to RCA Records, and we're at a thing called the DJ convention at an Opryland Hotel. Nobody knew or cared who we were. Nobody was talking to us, and then all of a sudden, the archetypal queen of country music, the most distinguished female
This, of course, is Naomi Judd, Wynonna's mother.
into the room. She was one of our idols, and Wynonna and I were just electrified. She just had magic about her, and the minute that she entered the room, you could actually feel the excitement. And I didn't have the nerve to go over and say anything to her, but she turned around, and all of a sudden, I just happened to be standing right there, and she said, "Hey." And I said, "You know, one of my kids and I are going to buy a bus and go out on the road, and the other one is going to get left at home. What can you tell me about what it's like to be a woman on the road with a kid at home?" And all of a sudden, there was just this transformation that came across her. She wasn't just the first lady of country music anymore. She was a mom. And she started telling me about Gwen and Jackie and Tina and Georgette, and about how hard it was to be a mom on the bus all the time and calling from truck stops all across America. And she said, "You're going to miss birthday parties and proms, and they're going to get mad at you. But you'll be able to put her through college and give her a lifestyle." And she said, "They're what keeps me going all the time." And I think intimacy is into me, you see. And in that moment, she became my friend. And from then on, I was proud to call her one of my most cherished friends. She was probably the most gracious, honest, authentic, one of the biggest hearted people I've ever known in my life. And as the years went by, we worked together. Randy and Tammy and I did a GMC tour. And we'd park our buses side by side, and we'd eat together. And we'd sometimes get tired of wearing makeup and pantyhose. And we'd be getting up on our buses to get ready to put on our war paint for the show. And she'd look over at me and say, "I still got my beauty parlor license." And I'd say, "Well, I still got my nursing license." And I always had a feeling that if she was just Tammy the beautician and I was still Naomi the nurse, we'd still be best buds. And I want to send a message to the girls, because nobody's actually talking about Tammy the mom. She made biscuits every morning. We would talk and share recipes. She gave me her pork chop recipe to make on her bus in a crock pot. I gave her my stir-fry recipe to make in a wok on a bus. We shared the same hairdresser. And I want you all to know that there are a whole lot of artists out there on the road right now that can't be here today that are also privileged to know this legend who happened to be a remarkable, one-of-a-kind human being. Today's Thursday, so there are a lot of us out there on life's highways that can't be here. And I want you to know that the ones of us that are lucky enough, I just flew in last night to be here, want to represent the whole artistic community. And speaking of community, at the private ceremony this morning, we were all going around telling each other that we loved each other. June Carter Cash and Dolly and Tammy and, Loretta and all of them. And one of the cool things about country music that makes me really proud is the way that we still have a sense of community in this country. There's not a whole lot of that left. And I just encourage all of you to tell the people you love tonight that you love them, because you may not get another chance. We had 3 queens in country music. And one of them's gone. You know, just like in the Christmas story, there were 3 kings. Well, in country music, we only had 3 queens as far as I was concerned. And one of them's gone now. So this is the mother church of country music. We're here in the Ryman, and I'm asking you all, in memory of Tammy, ask that her records get played. Ask that George Jones' records get played. And my friend Johnny Cash, who's sick today. They're the ones that brought us here. These are our ancestors. There will never, ever be anybody like Tammy Wynette. Come here, Wynonna. I remember one morning, we pulled into a truck stop. I just now thought of this. We pulled into a Holiday Inn.
Is this a long story?
In Shreveport, Louisiana. And Tammy and I wouldn't get off the bus without our makeup. And you came in the bus laughing. You said that Richie was going down the buffet line, the Sunday buffet line at the Holiday Inn with your walkie-talkie. And Wynonna saw you saying, hash browns or grits. And you click off and you go, scrambled or fried. She was on the bus and you were getting her breakfast for her. I've never ever seen a husband as dedicated and devoted. And when you called me in the middle of the night to come down to Baptist Hospital when she was on life support, I knew she wasn't going to live to be 80. But I'm still in a state of disbelief about this. And I've got chicken and cornbread in the car, and I'm going to come over to the house as soon as this is over with. But I want you to know that all of us are just embracing you with our love and support today. And this is my little girl who used to hide her peas in her glass of milk.
I thank God for Christian mothers. And I get such a kick today. I've been crying all stinking day, and I decided that I was just going to stop feeling sorry for myself and come and sing, because that's what God has given me the gift to do. I don't speak very well, but I sing okay. And I've been asked to sing today, which is an honor, because Tammy Wynette had more soul in her pinky than all us chick wannabe divas in country music, in my opinion. And I mean that. We're in church. I'm going to testify. But I get such a kick out of knowing that Tammy's up there laughing at country radio today. You know? They just don't get it sometimes, and I'm ornery enough to speak out. I know George is looking at me like, yeah, you go, girl. So I am on a mission to reestablish. You know, the Bible says don't remove the landmarks. Well, she was a landmark to me, and an amazing woman who, you know what, in country music, I don't know what it is other than the fact that we keep each other accountable. We don't let ourselves get way too far away. She never changed. I know things around her changed. She supported so many people and took care of so many people throughout her whole life. Not just Tammy Wynette, but the whole road crew and everybody. And I admired that woman. She paved the way for me. And when I met her, I felt so in awe of her, yet she gave me the time of day, asked me, what a concept, to sing with her in the studio, and embraced this punk kid who wanted to be in country music and hadn't made it yet. And then on the road, because my grandmother had passed away, went on before me to sing so that I could go and be at my grandmother's funeral. Life is weirder and weirder every day to me, but I wouldn't have missed today for anything, because I look at her now as my guardian angel, and I will think of Tammy when I'm singing from my toenails. And I want to sing today a song that I think transcends all of music. And this one's in honor of her spirit.
When I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation to take me home, what joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow with humble adoration, and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Robert Bailey, Vicki Hampton, and Kim Fleming. We are a quartet singing in church today for Tammy Wynette.